video up for you. I don't know why.
Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Moviecast, episode 493. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gast, joined by Mike Sneedy, Corey Feinsod,
Hey,
and Tony Korkanakis.
Yosh.
Welcome,
I
guys.
see your video now, by the way.
We're doing this on the fly, guys. Man, that was like seamless. You shouldn't have said a word. I feel like every second of my day right now, I'm troubleshooting. If I'm a little dark, I can turn the lights up a little bit. How am I? I have a black shirt on, so am I too dark?
Head. No, it's all good.
I can turn my let me turn my blur off here. Wait. Oh, I have a background effect now. Oh, they're patching Skype here, guys.
They gotta make it more like Zoom, apparently.
Yeah. They added a blur image, and then there's add images behind you. Yep, they're making it like Zoom.
Oh, word.
So, yep. I don't think I want to do that with my connection and the way I was. Yeah, I have been, so I don't feel like I should stress my computer. But anyways, welcome to the Moviecast 493. It's chaotic. It's as crazy as it is that we're all stuck at home. And I actually went out today for a little while because I took a car trip midday to get a very special beer, which was nice. But as chaotic as it is, it's just as we're confined to home, it just seems more chaotic. And like, I don't know, my work has been nuts. So it's been it's been crazy. I feel like it's the problem for me in this pandemic is that since I'm working at home, there's no like separation of work. So it's like I'm just kind of working constantly. So it's like, oh, I'll just check my email because it's here and I'm doing this here anyways. And it's very hard to turn my brain off. That's what I'm trying to say. Like that's what I've noticed.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
I mean, that's been the problem. Like trouble tickets come in and I'm like, oh, it's 8:00 at night, but I could get this done pretty quick because I'm already working at home. I don't know. That's been my biggest issue here. So, all right. We don't have much to talk about with the box office because there is none. So, getting into what we've been up to, guys.
Records.
Yeah, records the wrong way. Mm-hmm. Getting into what we've been watching, I have to say I finally started last night Castlevania. Finally, so I'm on episode 3 now. I watched 2 episodes last night, so I'm like, you know what? Before the podcast, I'm getting this started. I'm fucking doing it to have a conversation because otherwise I could talk about like I've watched a lot of like we mentioned last week, comfort food kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Simpsons. I started Community. We watched. You know what I did watch was Trolls 2, the early cinema, because I have a 7-year-old, so she wanted to. I chose Onward. Didn't get to watch that one. I lost the argument, so we watched Trolls 2. Trolls 2 is okay. It's has a couple of like the bridge jokes for adults.
Don't think it
does have a few of those.
Our audience, doesn't really.
No, but it's okay. Hey, we tried it out. It was interesting. I was personally annoyed that they're charging $20 for a movie, and because of the confinements of what we have with bandwidth right now, it was tough to get to 4K, and I'm like. I wanted my 4K HDR stuff, and it was like, we can't get the bandwidth of it because everybody's home. So, and in that movie, the HDR I will say the HDR was pretty nice. The bright colors. So I will say that
animated films are usually pretty good with that.
Yeah. So I did like that. But I'd like back to Castlevania. Really like the start of the season. It's you know what it is. For me, it feels like this is the start of like what the show could be. Obviously, I haven't seen the whole arc. I've only watched 2 episodes. This is like, it feels like season 1 and season 2 of Castlevania felt like it was its own. That was basically one season, in my opinion. Like it was like together, those 2 were a great show, but it was like very like not huge on what they could tell with story. It was more like a very actiony. Like the first season was very actiony. The second gave us a little more story. This one seems like it's going to really flesh out these characters that we saw. And that's what I'm getting so far with 2 episodes in. So I'm pretty happy with it. We get to see some more personality. Not that we didn't get any in season 2, but I think we get a little more in season 3. And I like this aspect of it. So very happy with that so far.
Mm-hmm.
So,
cool.
I'm not sure how it goes the rest of the season, but that's But I will say that like I said, I've been watching Simpsons, and man, that end of season 5, there was no down notes. It was just like, go. Every episode got better and better. It's almost like that season they were good, and then they hit their real stride mid-season, and it just went off like crazy. So I'm into season 6 now of Simpsons, and it's awesome. Like, it's so good to go back to these old shows. I want to go back and get. I actually linked an article for HBO Max I want to talk about on here in just a second, once we get to the news. But I want to go back into the older Disney shows. Like, I might start Spider-Man and just see how bad that aged. No, not good comfort food.
Man. Don't do it.
It might be funny.
Sure.
Yeah, okay, it might be funny. I don't know. Yeah,
No,
but I think you can just watch memes on YouTube and get the same effect.
The thing is, it like as an adult watching that, it makes you like tired. I think just the pace of like the way it's edited is just like, what the hell? Like, why? Just calm down, like editors and Spider-Man. Like, let something breathe. But no, they have no time. They have to tell a whole like comic book arc in 20 minutes, so they gotta run.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I guess I could just keep going through. I had started Batman, the animated series, and I could, I guess, keep going back through that stuff. That ages perfectly. So ages like a fine wine. So, Mike, your camera froze for me. Is anybody else or just us? No, there you go. You're caught up now. You're caught up. So, and that's really it for me. Mike, anything?
Well, I've watched just a little bit more of Batman the Animated Series myself. I think the third episode, which probably I think should have been the first, or maybe was. That's the Fear Itself one, where he says, you know, I'm a terror, I'm the night, I am Batman for the first time.
Yeah.
And with Scarecrow and stuff like that. I felt like that was probably more what should have or meant to have been the first episode, but it was good. I didn't do much more than that, though. I think I finished also on Disney Plus the first season of X-Men Evolution. So I ended that first season where stuff finally kind of happens. Although it's sort of silly, but it happens.
No, I thought it was a good ending, and then season 2 I really loved, and that's when it got canned. So just heads up.
I think it said there's a third season.
Was there 3? I thought there was only 2.
Well, either way,
I know season 2 was very good though. It was very good season 2. You'll be very happy with that one.
Okay, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know. I'm not blistering through either of these animated shows. They're just sort of like if I want to watch something for a half hour, do it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's it though. I haven't watched anything else other than like old home videos we're converting into files or DVDs. Which is
cool.
also
it's always good
fun.
to get it digital.
Yeah. I found out I was wrong about when I got the Genesis. I mentioned that I think last week actually.
Yeah.
Much later.
Still going.
All right. Tony? Nothing really. All right. Corey,
Too much of
Too
other
busy. Too much of other
Yeah.
stuff.
I actually been watching a lot this week, even though
go for it.
there's been other things. But I got my free month of Amazon Prime Video because I didn't have it before. So I finally got to start watching The Expanse season 4, and The Expanse is like one of the best sci-fi shows out there right now. And I think that if you like sci-fi at all, it's definitely one to check out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's on my list to restart because I did like 3 episodes and then I stopped watching it, so I'm gonna just restart it.
It's so good. I did read all of the books. There's a lot of them, and they do a good job of recapturing the story and putting it on screen. They do obviously make a lot of changes. I wouldn't say it's as much as some of the Netflix shows that we've seen before, like Umbrella Academy or Lock and Key recently that I've talked about. But it does make changes obviously for the screen. But it's so good. I highly recommend that show. I watched The Boys because I hadn't seen that show before. So I got through The Boys, which is good.
You never watched
fine.
that? I thought you watched that last year.
No, I didn't. I never had Amazon Prime Video. So.
Oh, okay. No, I really enjoyed that show.
So it sounds to me, Corey, you don't think it's as good as most people do who watch it.
No, I mean it's good. I think there are parts of it that are way better than others as far as like the acting goes. Yeah, I think the acting is good.
Would put
certain actors.
Would you put Umbrella Academy ahead of that?
Yeah, I like Umbrella Academy better.
Yeah. I think I would put Boys ahead of Umbrella, but it's close.
The Boys is very mature. It's like obviously there's like a lot more gore and a lot more swearing. It's definitely for a mature audience, where the other one's more of a teen
Is it mature, or is it gratuitous mature?
It's a little both. A little bit of both.
Because I kind of got the impression it's sort of like gratuitous, like just from like what I've heard about it.
Yeah, there's mature themes, not just visually mature content, but there's some themes there that are not for kids. And then I also watched the Chuck show because it's on Amazon Prime as well.
Oh yeah, great show.
Yeah,
Great
I was
show.
like, oh, what the heck? This is the guy's name. So I was watching that too, and just again, like that's comfort food kind of stuff, just filler, kind of fit in the episode here and there, and you just kind of slide those in whenever. So yeah, a bunch of stuff. Like I said, The Expanse got a sci-fi, some of the best on television right now. So that's it.
I gotta get started watching that one. So maybe I'll start. I gotta finish. I'm gonna do Castlevania. I'll watch some more episodes tomorrow because now I have more freedom. Tomorrow is a nice day off. I have like one conference call I have to do, and I can actually get into Final Fantasy VII.
Oh.
So, but man, I can't wait to go to the Gamecast. Sorry, I got to talk about Animal Crossing. But we'll get into that in just a minute. But anyways, so let's get into the news. We've got some happenings actually in the movie world or non-movie theater world. Kicking it off with the breaking news that Scoob, the animated movie that was coming from Warner Brothers, is now going straight to on-demand release. I guess they liked. This is the thing; it's going to prove like they're liking the numbers. If you look at what Onward did, Trolls 2 has done very well from its premiere. The kids are at home, little kids. And they, if anything, this is going to mean more animated movies.
Yeah, parents want something to do with these kids. They need something.
I mean,
they get restless.
For me, this is huge because she already likes Scooby-Doo stuff. It's like this is going to be big for May. So that's it's cool that they're bringing that straight to on demand. I think it's interesting. Like I'm trying to figure out what's the best platform to stream from for this. I did an Amazon Prime one because I had like $4 in credit from shipping. But I'm like, I forgot to put that news on here. Fandango acquired Vudu.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys know what Vudu is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my biggest streaming platform where I bought the most of my movies. It doesn't matter because it merged with Movies Anywhere, which is owned by Disney. So anybody that uses Movies Anywhere can still stream all of my movies onto whatever platform. But Fandango has now bought Vudu, which is huge because I didn't think Fandango was doing that well for their streaming service. They have one, and I feel like they use their assets from their movie ticket sales, which are non-existent right now, but before, to buy this other streaming service. So it could be interesting though because they've been offering a lot more offers on Fandango than Vudu has been doing. So. In terms of like if you had pre-ordered Trolls 2, for instance, the premiere, you got 50% off of any DreamWorks. So, they were doing stuff like that. Yeah. So interesting. I got that email yesterday. I forgot to put it on here. But what else we got? Oh, big news. Biggest news I think is Comic-Con being canceled, which we kind of expected. I mean, I didn't
San Diego
expect
Comic-Con that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, New York's not happening. I mean, we're not having large gatherings.
But just say, this is officially for San Diego that we're talking about because it's coming up in the summer. And yeah, it's like normally where the biggest announcements are and, the big names get panels and a lot of news comes out of San Diego Comic-Con, little clips of upcoming films, things like that. So,
do you think this will reset San Diego Comic-Con for like maybe lower attendance, lower premieres, but make it kind of more back to its roots a little bit, or no?
No.
It's going to be bigger than ever.
Business as usual next year? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No, I'm not, obviously we're not surprised. I don't expect any conventions at all the rest of this year. I would not expect anything if I was you guys. So they're not going to do large gatherings until we have a vaccine for this, which may not be until like March of next year. So no large gatherings, I'm sure. Like that's stadiums, that's concerts, that's I don't know about movie theaters, but I would assume that's kind of movie theaters. So
yeah, I mean, the large gatherings I would say is anything more than like 55 or 6 people. I mean, even like just as like large as in like right now, it's like 10 people, double digits is large.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see it anymore. Like go to the grocery store is like biggest gatherings you have nowadays.
Yeah, I was at Target earlier today. It's like, dude, the pick clean shelves are it's ridiculous. You can't even get ketchup. The ketchup is sold out.
Supply chains, man. It depends on, I think it's topical. Yeah, like location based.
I'm not trying to start a hysteria for catch-up here. I mean, I'm just saying
We got plenty of catch-up out here, dude. If worst comes to worst, I got you.
Okay. But that was funny. Is I was gonna ship Buddha toilet paper as a housewarming gift, but I have like an extra roll, and I'm like, I really can't find it too well yet. So I'm like, I don't know if I actually should play that joke and ship it to him, but so because it's still tough to get. So
Costco has had it a bunch.
Yeah, if you go early in the mornings to ShopRite or any of this convenient, like if you go like a Monday morning at 7 a.m., you can still get big rolls of toilet paper. So, but yeah, Target was empty. Anyways, what were we talking about?
No, I'm just curious about if San Diego Comic-Con being canceled. Yeah. But I'm curious to see if they're gonna do like some of these studios are gonna do, some of the like the Nintendo Direct style stuff and just like, hey, here's like a highlight reel of what's coming in 2020.
I mean, that would be the smart thing to do.
I don't think so. I think my thing is I believe that like the excitement and hype by the reaction of the fans is needed for the movie stuff. It's like wrestling, Corey. It's like wrestling, Corey. I do. It's like wrestling. Wrestling is going on right now, but it's not the same without the fans' impact. Like without hearing the cheers in the crowd, it's a different situation.
No, I understand that, but like you could still do like, like video conferencing panel or something.
I'm not saying you couldn't do that, but I'm just saying it wouldn't be as big of an impact.
I doubt.
Impact in what? I mean,
right
let's
now,
all remember that we had those like
on.
We had those screenings of like the DC stuff, and I'm sorry, it's easy to kick DC, but like remember the BVS footage? Remember the Justice League footage, and people were like, "Wah! Wah!" And like, look at those movies. They're fucking dog shit. Everybody just makes fun of them now and stuff like that. You don't need the fans. Fuck the fans.
Well, it's more about like what else is happening. Like, what can you do? Like,
right. Well, what are you gonna do? Like,
to look forward to something.
If you're Marvel, if you're DC, or
again, it's the same thing as E3 though. Like, if they didn't really want to show something, but they felt pressured into it, now they won't. So that might happen too. It's going to be all just spread out or just nothing. Because why?
But if people pull out, then that just means that people the companies that do want to air something are going to have that much more attention. And again, it's all about dominating the mind share.
What would they even announce? Well, what do we have? There's like nothing is happening.
Really nothing.
It could also be like a a State of the Union type of thing too. It's like, hey, like look at what we've got. We're still working, guys, and
the thing is,
get excited. Let's talk to these people.
If these people don't feel compelled, especially when no one has really realistic, solid release dates for anything now or production startup times, they're not going to do anything. We're going to hear nothing from these people because they have no reason. They're not pressured.
All right, let's make a bet. Let's make a bet.
Not until I would say midsummer.
That's when San Diego Comic-Con's happening.
I would happily, Tony. I'll make a bet. I'm not gonna be Mike on this one. I'm okay to dive in on this for you. So, what do you want to make the bet about? Give me the terms.
That, I don't know. Like company, like what you're saying that no companies are gonna do any online like digital presentation.
Special announcements. Yes, I'll make that. I'll go that far. I'll give them.
Right. Okay. All right. I'll do it.
Yeah, it's just straightforward. I'm perfectly fine. Obviously, for the record, I'm not expecting no announcements, but I'm not expecting a Nintendo Direct style announcement. That's what we're saying, right?
Yeah. No, I'm saying like you're gonna have we'll
have a
30-minute to 1 hour like presser of like, hey, here's what we got in the works. Maybe one show will have like some footage. Maybe another show is just gonna have like some just like, hey, here's the basic outline, or maybe someone's just like, hey, here's the logo. Like that's it. We got the logo.
I mean, like D23 might be a digital event or something this year, and they just might like highlight reel of,
I don't see it happening, so we'll see.
Right,
I'll make that bet.
Well, is there an expiration date to this bet? Because I mean, at some point it's gonna happen.
No,
like the summer.
Yeah, you want to do the week.
A
7-day period around the
Like, look, let's do the summer, and then near the end of summer we can double down again because I'm pretty
Until
confident.
August, you think?
I'm pretty confident.
Nothing's happening before.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna have.
I'll even give you 2-to-1 odds on this, Jim, just because that's a long time frame. I'll give you 2-to-1 odds.
You really expect a digital announcement? Okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like
absolutely.
Not that it won't be an announcement. Don't get me wrong. There'll be trailers, there'll be stuff like that, but I'm talking a Nintendo Direct, like official, like half an hour presentation or whatever the hell it is, D23 streaming digitally will not happen. I can make that bet.
From one of the people who would have done something at Comic-Con.
Correct. Correct. Yeah, I mean, we're talking superhero stuff, obviously, but I don't see it. I'm absolutely fine going on record for that. So.
Okay.
All right, Netflix numbers. 16 million new subscribers. Netflix is raking right now. I'm back.
Also missed their projections too.
How? I'm back. And, like, that's so weird because like
they missed it by 5%.
I feel like I'm the last holdout. How did they over? How are they over? Is it the economy right now that's killing them? Is it the only thing that could be like people constricting?
You get 16 new.
It might be Disney Plus.
Yeah, I mean Disney Plus is doing very well. You know, I mean they have the backlog, and the market's about to get fuller soon with HBO Max. HBO Max actually looks like a good service, unlike DC Universe. It's like, if you look at what they're having on there, they're going to include DC material, like stuff, like they're getting Doom Patrol new episodes. Comes out in May, and like their product looks great. They have their own HBO movie catalog. They're getting DC stuff. They're getting Joker. They're getting what's the other? Not Birds of Prey, but there was another DC movie that's not out yet. I can't remember what it was. That's going to drive me crazy. Hang on, I got to look it up. But they're getting like a whole bunch of like exclusive movies to their streaming service. They're getting their own their original content. I mean, look at Looney Tunes is getting a new cartoon on HBO Max. Looney Tunes. May 27th it comes out. Studio, is it Ghibli?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ghibli. Ghibli. Studio Ghibli. Their catalog's on there. The Lord of the Rings trilogy, The Matrix, The Goonies is on there. That's a great service. It really is. Superman movies, Batman, every Batman movie. They're getting the DC catalog anyway.
Half of this is already there on DC Universe, but okay.
Yeah, but why would you pay for DC Universe if I can get the same stuff in HBO Max as well as DC Universe?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you get everything,
we already have it
DC,
for probably cheaper. I feel like HBO Max will be more expensive.
You get the Friends special they're doing.
Oh, God.
I don't know. Oh, guys, we can watch Game of Thrones again.
Yeah, that's. I feel like in a post Game of Thrones in good standing world, I don't know what
you're getting
the value of that.
South Park's on this. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, The Boondocks, Rick and Morty. Yeah, there's a lot of good shows coming straight to this. All the catalogs of their stuff. It's gonna have a good amount of back catalog too. I mean, Looney Tunes. Obviously, the Warner Brothers license is there, so we might get some classic Looney Tunes and stuff on there. Interesting.
I don't know.
It seems like Aquaman. Aquaman's gonna be on there.
Yeah.
So I know. I'm just saying, but.
I mean, I'm just saying I expect all of the DC movies to be on like the Warner Brothers streaming service.
Yeah, that's true. Point. I see like them merging that with DC Universe. I really do.
Yeah, so. No, I would hope so.
All right. Let's see. Back to Netflix. About the 60 million subscribers. Anything else to mention there? Nope. Just streaming. Nope. Okay. Mandalorian season 3 has been greenlit already. We have not gotten season 2. I was annoyed that IGN posted, I guess, what was going to be their April Fool's prank. They posted their Mandalorian season 2 teaser. So it was quite bad. I was just like, I don't know what this was for. Oh, it was on 420. That's what it was. It was a pot smoking thing. They did their April, like, you know, they usually do April Fools. They didn't do it this year. Thank God. I hate that time of year on news. We forgot to mention how much I loved the news day that day because it was like nobody wanted to do a joke. I loved it. But they did like an older looking Baby Yoda smoking pot in his bedroom or something like that. It was like,
right.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, so yeah, Mandalorian season 3 has been greenlit. October premiere date for season 2. So it's still happening. It's not being delayed. That's a good thing. Let's see. Something that was delayed. The Batman finally was delayed officially, which we expected, but it is now, official.
Has to happen.
Yeah. What's the new date? Did we get it? Is summer or is it? No, it's October. October.
4 months.
October 1st, 2021. Which I think might help this. I think Batman near Halloween might be good, right?
Could be. I mean, it's not a summer movie, but I don't know. Who knows what movies are gonna be like then anyway? if timing even matters anymore.
At that point, we got to hope that we're back in the theaters. I hope so. It's you know, I mean, I'm hoping. If we're not, we're in some deep shit. So, yeah, I said it here on this episode. We have to mark this hashtag deep shit on this episode. But
what was
yeah,
that, 18 months? Yeah, if we're not in like 18 months.
Yeah, if we don't have a vaccine by then, and this is still going around, oh my god.
18 months.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm actually thinking that's a good one, especially because I've heard. Isn't this kind of based on the Long Halloween?
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of stuff going on there. I think that
Whoa. Go on. What were you saying, Mike?
Nothing. I just said it's one of the influences. I know that, but everything got bad for a second there.
Yeah, I know. So not for me. That was fine in my hand. For the first time ever, I was fine. Everybody just kind of, you just stopped talking, in my opinion. Like, you didn't even freeze. Usually I know when I freeze because I know it. Like, I stuttered there. But anyways, let's see. Millie Bobby Brown has a new movie that was coming out in the theaters, Enola Holmes. Netflix has purchased that entire movie, and it will be releasing on Netflix now. I'm not surprised. I think it's a great idea for them.
I mean, they've been doing that a lot.
Yep. She's pretty much Netflix poster girl.
She is, and so I think this movie would do well on Netflix. Again, another movie that was going to come out in the theaters now that has moved to a digital release, but you know, Netflix played the big money, and so an exclusive for Netflix at least. This is about like a Sherlock Holmes sister. So I guess it was, if those were wondering. Finally, Venom 2 gets a delay.
Pushed, yeah.
A delay. June 21st?
Yeah,
June 21st. And then got a
25th,
2021. There's a lot of there's a 21 and 25. All right. June 25th, 2021, it's going to have a new title called its title is Let There Be Carnage is the name of the title. Right. So I think
Venom 2, it's Venom Let There Be Carnage.
Yeah. So, do we get a Spider-Man cameo in this?
You would think so.
I think so. I think so.
I think there will be a Spider-Man cameo. Absolutely.
I think so. I think at this point they're ready to merge the universes, even if Marvel.
Morbius is already
like Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah. I think so.
Sony's all about this. Like they want this. They want
their universe. They're loaning Spider-Man to Marvel right now, in their opinion.
Right. No, I mean, I think that it's gonna be there, especially if they're pushing it now.
Unless of course my other prediction that Disney will buy Spider-Man outright by the end of the year happens.
Doubt it. But you never know. Anything's possible. I just think it's going to be interesting to see where he's at, you know, at the end, especially at the end of Far From Home. You know, what Spider-Man's perception, or what Peter Parker's.
We haven't gotten a villain, right? We haven't gotten a villain announced yet, right? For that, officially.
For Venom?
No, for Spider-Man. No.
We know hardly know anything about
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man stay at home,
which is not moving according to them. Yeah, yeah. I really just think that if they don't use Kraven right now, what now? If not now, when? You know, like this is the perfect movie for Kraven. So
yeah,
it's the perfect movie, Mike. He's on the run. He's gonna be hunted. It's the perfect
some guy
movie.
in jungle garb just running around through New York City. He's just the worst character. I'm sorry.
He doesn't have to wear jungle garb in this movie. He could just be
Kraven. Morbius.
After what they did with Vulture and Mysterio, like I don't even know why we're like counting that out. Like Vulture was a shitty villain in any medium before.
That's what I'm saying. Like they made a great Vulture with that. They really did.
Yeah, and they made Kraven at least had Kraven's Last Hunt. You know that storyline. That
That's what I think we're gonna get. I think we're gonna get something like that. Or the other thing we could get. How cool would it be if we got like. How about like a team-up movie with Punisher?
Oh god!
Everything's expiring soon for that.
You don't see that.
You're not getting that in a Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man movie is going to be Spider-Man. Or it better be about Spider-Man and not some.
But it had a lot of Iron Man in the movie.
Yeah, Spider-Man has always been like half of an Iron Man movie anyway so far. So It's not like he's really been the only hero in any of his movies so far.
Oh, I understand, but that's like his, mentor. Like you're just gonna throw some random dude in there with him? Come on.
Well, he's Hunter. He's wanted.
So you're gonna throw Punisher in there?
Yeah. I'm throwing Kraven there first, honestly, but I'm just giving you guys
I'd
another option.
rather see Deadpool show up than Punisher. Jeez.
Oh, I'm not saying it's the better of two. I'm just saying that it would make sense in terms of a hunted movie kind of thing. So
I would like to see Spider-Man with any of the Hell's Kitchen characters.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Daredevil would be a good crossover with him. Yeah. So, and there's been rumors about, them working with the Deadpool, Charlie Cox, the Daredevil actor. Yeah. So I don't know. All right. No topic today, guys, for you on the Moviecast. We are going to next week. Promise you guys once I have more time. I just couldn't get a list together myself, and so, give us a commitment right now of trying to do, I don't know, cartoons or movies or TV shows, guys. 2000 TV shows.
2000.
2000.
It's so hard to even. It's hard to remember where that decade starts and ends at that point. But we can try.
Oh yeah. We could take a look at the decade and see where we can differentiate between what we need to put on here.
The aughts, the decade no one knows how to title, the aughts or whatever.
Yeah.
2000 to 2010. Yeah.
Yep. So we'll take a look, but look for that coming out next week. We'll figure out our list. It might be a weird topic. We're going to work with that decade, though. That's where we're at now. So look for it then. Maybe cartoons, TV shows, or movies. We're not sure yet. So, all right, tune in next week. Thanks for tuning in. Write us podcasts at allyoucangeek.net. Follow us on Twitter, allyoucangeek. Like us on Facebook. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and the like button. Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you next week.
Stay away.
Yeah.